The White House said the memo contains sensitive and classified information.
President Donald Trump blocked the public release Friday of a classified House Democratic memo written in response to Republican claims that the FBI inappropriately spied on a Trump campaign advisor in 2016.
The House of Representatives can still vote to release the memo despite Trump's action, which sets the stage for a partisan brawl in the House next week over its fate.
The dueling Republican and Democratic memos are one front in a larger war between the parties over the very legitimacy of a federal investigation into alleged Kremlin influence over Trump's presidential campaign.
Democrats had issued their memo as a rebuttal to an earlier House Republican document which accused the FBI of misleading a federal judge to obtain a warrant to spy on Trump campaign advisor Carter Page.
Trump approved the release of the GOP memo over the FBI's public objection.
Democrats quickly signaled their fury at the decision.
Refusal to release Democratic response to Republican memo, evidence of obstruction of justice by Donald Trump happening in real time, tweeted Senator
Richard Blumenthal, Democrat, Connecticut.
A Friday night statement from White House counsel Don McGahn said that Trump is inclined to declassify the 10-page memo, assembled by Democrats on the House Intelligence Committee.
But McGahn added that because the memorandum contains numerous properly classified and especially sensitive passages, he is unable to do so at this time.
The statement was accompanied by a letter from FBI Director Christopher Wray and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein that identifies information for which national security or law enforcement concerns are especially significant.
The House Intelligence Committee can overrule Trump's decision and vote to send the Democratic memo to the full House, which would then meet in a secret session to debate whether to make the document public by a majority vote.
Democrats had asked for review of their document from the Justice Department and FBI in advance of its release. The House Intelligence Committee unanimously voted Monday to release the full Democratic memo, a signal that the committee believes the public interest would be served by the release of the document. One committee member, Rep.
Tom Rooney, Republican, Florida,
told reporters earlier in the week that he didn't believe much of the substance of the memo would need to be redacted or removed.
Democrats believe their memo refutes the GOP account of the surveillance warrant the FBI secured against Page.
Orchestrated by House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, the Republican memo accused senior FBI officials of failing to reveal that the warrant to surveil Page was based, in part, on a dossier compiled by a former British spy whose work was financed by the campaign of Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party.
The Democratic memo contends that the FBI did in fact note the political nature of the dossier in their surveillance application, and that Republicans mischaracterized the extent to which the FBI relied on the dossier to obtain its warrant on Page. Nunes and other Republicans have already publicly conceded that the FBI did disclose that the dossier had political backing.
It is not clear whether the GOP-controlled House Intelligence Committee will vote to overrule Trump.
Although Republicans on the committee unanimously voted to send the memo to Trump earlier this week for a decision on its release, they repeatedly questioned its accuracy and whether it could contain national security information.
I have numerous concerns with the public release of this information, Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, Republican, California,
told colleagues shortly before voting to release the document. his memo contains a large volume of classified information, including some touching on sources and methods hiding their potential to damage national security. Nunes said he wasn't sure the Democratic memo had been fully scrubbed by the Justice Department or FBI, though Democrats have said they ran their document by DOJ and FBI officials last week and were awaiting a response.
Nevertheless, in the interest of fairness and transparency, and because I am confident that classification issues would be appropriately addressed by the executive branch's review process, I plan to vote in favor of making this memo publicly available. McGaughan's statement said the president has directed that the Justice Department personnel be available to give technical assistance to the committee should the committee wish to revise the February 5 memorandum to mitigate the risks identified by the department.